G'day beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. First up, before we get started, I have had a very bad day today trying to record. Q dodges out the wazoo. It took me about 3 hours to get my first match. I then played 2 matches as Murdoch and could not post them because the toxicity from the other players was disgusting. And then I managed to get a match recorded with Freak as part of one of my new series, or I'm just bringing it back. Never really got into it completely. A Fun Times with Freak, where the two of us just duo queue as a bunch of different characters. I played Iggy, and I didn't have my settings on properly, so there's no audio recorded, so I can't post that. So my whole day is wasted. So I thought we would restart everything from the beginning and start with the deck building basics video. Okay, I'm going to attempt to every 3 days try to get a hero guide out. In between all that, have matches for Fun Times with Freak, matches playing solo on my main account, and another series that I'm trying to work on at the moment, and have alternate build guides and stuff like that, and some funny videos in between all of that jazz. So that's what's coming up. So I apologize that this video isn't very helpful for the masters out there. But what I thought we would do today is just go. I thought we would make a basic build for FaZe, considering that FaZe is all the rave. We'd just go through and use her as an example as to how to build basically towards a hero strengths, and then I'll redo my probably once or twice a week. I'll get on to the basic stuff, and we'll get more technical as we go on. So we'll go on to carries, casters, junglers, and whatnot. So starting off with FaZe. Okay, she's a caster. Okay, so she has very low power scaling. She has 0.3, I think it is, on a basic attack. She does have 0.8 on her blind, but it's 0.1 on her slow. So you're not going to be getting much of a benefit from running extra power. You're also not going to get a benefit from running Warlord. So let's run the Centurion. Now, the way that I do a lot of my builds is that I work out what their strengths are, and then I will work out 1 or 2 cards that are complete that I want as part of my build, and then, especially if it's a support, put on some active cards, but not slot them out until I'm ready to finish the build. So her strengths, in my opinion, apart from being able to lock down and blind players, is the health regen that she offers to the person that she's tethered to. So the way that it works is that whatever health regen you have, the tethered player also gets. So because of that, my first major card that I want as part of my build is a Gift of the Rains with 3 greater heals. Okay, and I also want another one for early game, so I'll grab a Savage Remedy and I'll chuck 3 lesser heals on that. Okay, so that's going to be an early one. And now from here, we want to grab some active cards. Okay, this works the same way with every type of support. Except maybe because you don't have the worry about the health regen, you're probably not going to do it exactly this way. You'd probably go for actives first. We want to grab Bury the Will because it's a replacement for Honor the Pure. Nature's Muse would work really well with her as well. But we're going to grab Cast Converter because it gives you 47.5 health regen for 10 seconds, which also gives it to the person you're tethered to. Okay, so that's 2 active cards. We're also going to run a ward, and then we would have enough room for 1 more active card. So let's go with Rally the Troops. You get extra attack speed to people, which that on top of your ultimate is going to be amazing balls. So we'll grab this, and we'll slot it with all health. Okay, I always like to have my wards be some of my most expensive cards, because it only has a 1 CP fully upgraded bonus. By that I mean the fully upgraded bonus is just 60 health, that's 1 CP. Whereas something like Gift of the Rains, it actually gives you 2 CP as a fully upgraded bonus. So if you were going to run a 6-point in your build and a ward, you would probably be better off. Let's just say you're playing a damage dealer. If you were running a 6-point and a 12 point, one of which was a ward, one was an adamant edge. You're better off making the adamant edge the cheaper one, because you're getting that fully upgraded bonus quicker. So at the moment we have 5 cards, we have 4 actives, and we have a Gift of the Rains. Personally, I think that is enough right there, so I would go for another Gift of the Rains. Okay, we'll just add that in. We'll go and test the build. Okay, so the reason why we're testing the build right now is we want to see how much we have left in the way of upgrades. So we have 14 CP left. Okay, so we could easily make this a 9, that'd give us 6, and then we can put the rest into mana regen. Actually, no, that's a lie, because we need to max this out. So Barry the Will, I'll probably just grab 3 minor guards. That will now give us 49, so we have 11 CP. So if we make, let's make this a 6, like that. That will then give us 8 CP more. Actually, so then let's take that off and that off, and chuck these 2 on. That'll leave us with 6. Jump on the cast converter and chuck on those 3. Okay, so now, unless my math is wrong, which happens quite a lot, we're at max build. Okay, so this now means that we have a shield for our team and passive armor on the fully upgraded bonus, a little bit of armor for us as well. We have a Guardian's Ward giving us a decent amount of health. We have our 2 Gift of the Rains with predominantly mana regen. Rally the troops to give our team attack speed every 35 seconds, which is going to stack on top of your ultimate. Cast Converter to give extra health regen, and we're ending up on 30.6 health regen. So when you're tethered with someone, they are always getting 30.6 health regen. When you use an extra ability while they're tethered, they get an extra 75 health regen, so that's taking you up to 105 for 2 seconds. And if you activate this at the same time as the ability, that will mean that you will have over 150 health regen for 2 seconds, and then you will have about 70 to 80 health regen for the remainder of the 8 seconds. That is a brilliant build that will work very, very well with her. You won't have much wave clear, but her 2 abilities do actually clear waves, and she's not too mana hungry. So you could easily sort of take 1 CP off here and add even more health regen, but I really think 30 health regen is probably fine. So that is the basics of how I go about making a build. I work out what they're going to be strong with from the start, and then I build around from there. So I really just wanted to go over Phase today, because I know a lot of people are playing her, and I unfortunately just don't have anything to post, so I apologize for that. But maybe we can just do one more quick look at someone else. Who? Actually, makes a perfect example. We built towards her strength by building health regen because she gives people health regen. One common misconception about that whole idea of building around strengths is that Chimera strength is his health regen stacks. That is not true. It is a great part of his kit, but building health regen on him is actually hindering you rather than helping you. Okay, so with Kai, I'd probably go for the Warlord. You could easily go for the Centurion. That'd be another good bet. But the way that I build him is I go for crit. Okay, so I would go for my crit bonus as Hunger Maul. Now, I did just say that health regen doesn't help him, but lifesteal is going to work completely differently because it's going to give you a lot more health for free, sustaining you while your health stacks get up, and it's just all going to work really well together. So one thing that I like to do with crit chance, there's 2 trains of thought with crit chance. Build power onto a card that gives you a lot of crit chance, like build power onto Spirit of the Rift Hunters, or build crit onto a card that gives you a lot of power, like a Rift Major Scepter. I personally like to stack as much crit chance on one card as possible. So I would actually, if I was going for 72% crit chance, I would run it like that. Okay, 2 cards, 72% crit chance. Got our crit bonus, exit out of there, grab a Sage's Ward, make that a 12 as well. And then we have spot for a 9 and a 6. So what I would probably do is, normally I would go for like 2 Rust Breakers, or actually a better option is probably to go for a Whirling Wand with just, oh no, we don't want 12s, we want 9s, with all power, and another one with all power. Okay, he doesn't need too much to really help him, but then if we look at it, this is a very good example of an easy crit build to manage. Pretty much everyone should be able to manage this. Even if you don't have the extra major wound, you could switch that to a 12 and make this a 9, and then go major strike, a 2-point wound and a 1-point wound, and you'll end up with the same thing. So he's going to hit probably about 500s, maybe a little over 500s with this. You got 10% lifesteal, so you're going to be healing for 50 on top of your health regen stacks, and it'll work out really well. So that's a basic example, and this would work with any carry. You could potentially just add some more attack speed, and this will work with a carry. The only thing that I would do differently on a carry, especially one that has Fury, is I would not take that 6-point Whirling Wand, and instead I would put on this card that I'm struggling to find, because it's right there, and just run a minor strike on that. So you would just replace this with this. Okay, you still got a decent amount of power. You've also got a way out if you need to get yourself out. So this has been the first episode of starting fresh to building. I intend to go through things really slowly. My hero guides will be as extensive as I can make them, and I'm not going to make them overly simple. I'm going to try to make them as involved as I possibly can. Just get everything sort of covered if I can. And then these videos will sort of help to push people along from the point where they don't really understand how to build at all, to getting to the point where those hero builds, hero guides actually help them out a lot, because they already have the basic understanding and they can just go from there. So the next time I do one of these will be in a few days. We'll go over carry builds in general, we'll go over all the carries, and then we'll go over a few casters in another video, some fighters, some tanks and supports, so look out for that. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have any other footage to post anything today. I've got to sort out my audio settings and try to get a match out tomorrow. I'll probably have my proper phase guide coming out the day after that. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. I hope that someone found this in some way insightful. I hope I've helped you in some way, shape or form. I apologize to everyone else that's a bit more advanced than this for not having anything to help you out. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately I just didn't have anything else. So if you did enjoy this video in any way, shape or form, guys, please smash the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you have anything to add on anything that I have said in today's video, please feel free to put it in the comment section down below. Or if you want to link any builds or anything like that, do it in the comments. Subscribe if you're not already, guys. But that said, thank you so much for watching. I love your face, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.